So, Halo Infinite has been a roller coaster from day one, really. I mean, people have had so many good things to say about it, but so many bad things have also come along with it. Now, I personally didn't play it, and so I'm not going to talk about the game in and of itself, more so the controversy surrounding it. The main reason why I didn't play it is because I heard so many negative things about it. But the current controversy all started when 343 released their roadmap for the upcoming year with Halo Infinite. And it was honestly just lackluster. I mean, it really was. And a lot of people didn't like that because, why would they like that? I mean, you spend all this time, you've got Forge as an open beta, you've got like one extra map, and you've got like little knickknacks here and there, and you can't add split screen. Like the Halo footage I'm showing you right now is Halo Combat Evolved from like 2001-ish, and it's got that. And you can glitch it into the game. There was this glitch that went viral a couple of days ago of somebody doing that exact thing. So it's possible. It can be done. And it's just not a focus for 343 right now. They're more focused on microtransactions. They're more focused on getting their bang for their buck, really. And with all this came a movement surrounding 343. And I saw this tweet with someone giving a ton of reasons for why 343 is just not doing good right now, and one of them that stood out was Bonnie throwing developers under the bus. Now, to be 100% honest with you, I personally didn't see that, but you can't say that you're running a company good when you're doing pretty much anything to sync the game. You're barely putting out content in a live service free-to-play game. Like, what's going on here? Really? What is the plan? Just forget the roadmap. Like, how are you going to make this a profitable endeavor for Microsoft? Really, I want to know, genuinely, because I'm confused as to how this is even all going to work, really. I don't see it working. And all that, in my opinion, really played a big factor in how people are viewing 343. And with all the conversation around it, Bonnie Ross ended up stepping down from 343 due to a family emergency. You know, people on Twitter are calling out Charlie for saying that 343 is still the worst company, still the worst gaming company, and that Bonnie Ross leaving is something that is going on behind the scenes. Behind the scenes, it sounded like Tyson there for a second. I have to say, like, I'm not supporting a conspiracy theory, quote unquote. The timing is a little, it's a little interesting, that's all I'm gonna say. And there's no reason other than the timing to believe that that's why she stepped down. And I don't want her personal information. So if she is lying and she just wanted to step down to get away from the scrutiny, on a level, I kind of get that, It comes to a point where you're just like, all right, I really don't want to hear this anymore. Like, can you guys please stop? Please. But you got to do better. I mean, you're making probably hundreds of thousands of dollars doing this thing that you probably enjoyed. So you got to put your best foot forward. You got to go out there and do the work. Now, I did see a bad take on Twitter, which I know is surprising, but I did want to take a look at it. So, the community responding to how Bonnie Ross left 343 for medical reasons in comparison to how they would have reacted if Joe Staten had to leave for the same reasons. Funny how we create double standards for ourselves, isn't it? And I would agree, but like, there's an obvious reason. And she's trying to, or they, I don't know, this bad, evil internet man is trying to allude to the fact that, oh, maybe it's because she's a woman and people hate her because of that. No, they hate Bonnie Ross and they hate 343 because there's not enough production. Joe Staten is a loved figure in the Halo community. He would get more respect. That's like saying, oh, if Tim Duncan broke his leg on the Lakers court, people wouldn't be as somber as they would be if he broke his leg in San Antonio. People love him more in San Antonio. It's obvious. So wacky. And this person went on to say, Curious how more people celebrated Bonnie Ross leaving, someone who oversaw the production of some crappy games, than the $18 million that was awarded to the victims of sexual misconduct that happened within Activision Blizzard. Really makes you think sometimes. Yeah, it makes you think for about 10 seconds, and then you realize that it's a bigger thing because it's a trending topic. You don't know how many... I would say that, yeah, more people publicly celebrated it, but, like, how big of a story was the awarding of the victims of sexual misconduct? I didn't even hear about that. And I watched It's a Gundam's video about it, like, twice. About that whole, like, acquisition, everything that went down with the whole scandal and stuff, and the girl being R-worded and all of that stuff. So, I mean, the story wasn't that big. It wasn't reaching people. So how can you expect a story that wasn't getting out? And obviously I'm just speaking from personal experience, but how can you expect a story that wasn't getting out to garner the same attention as a huge story that's been a focal point for a couple weeks now, and has sort of been simmering for the past year since, it's been like a year since Halo Infinite came out, or maybe two. I'm not 100% sure on the dates, but it's been a while, and you're not seeing improvement, so obviously people are going to be saying something. Do you want people to just accept the bad that they get? When you see something bad happening, do you just let it slide? Because I don't, right? And I'm not trying to grandstand here, even though that sounded so obnoxious, but, like, I don't want to. It's just so weird. At the end of the day, Halo Infinite needs to get it together, okay? You can't be a live service free-to-play game with little to no content, okay? Things get boring. People are still talking about Fortnite today. It's been 6 years. Has it been 6 years? Has it been 6 years? Am I doing my... No, I'm not doing my math correctly. It's been 4. It's been 4 years. But still, like, it's been 4 years since that game hit its heyday. And people are still talking about it. That's so insane. And the main reason is because things keep changing. They keep adding new stuff. They had that Goku update. There's nothing like that in Halo. And I'm not saying that Master Chief should be going around Kamehamehaing people. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that there needs to be variety. There needs to be something to draw people back in. Forge is a staple of Halo. Forge has been around forever. That's like the main thing with Halo. Like, when I think of Halo, I think of, like, the Energy Sword, Master Chief's Assault Rifle, and Forge. Like, those are, like, the biggest things to me. Those are the things that are, like, the most iconic. Those are the things that are really the most well-known. And when you're taking away one of those elements for your new game, it just feels off. There's such a big community behind it. And I remember the Ackman saying something exactly like, or well, not exactly like this, but pretty similar to this, when he said, like, hey, if people are making Forge maps, they're already making a ton of content for you. So let them make their content. Like, you're taking work out of your hands if you just give Forge out. And now it's going to be an open beta. What if it's not even ready until this time next year? Like, the game's gonna have like 10,000 players. Halo just keeps sinking. And originally this video was mainly about Bonnie Ross. But it just ended up being me just talking about how Halo is just failing. It's just failing. And it sucks to see. But I'm gonna end off things here. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. Goodbye.